Oh my god. No, get out. Get out. No, it's not your litter. Second time today. Hello guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I have decided to start off the year with a life update, and I feel like I saw someone do this and I was like, that's such a really good idea. A really good idea, because I feel like it's just like a refresher and set some goals and just like see where the year takes us kind of thing. This is definitely crooked. So I'm finally filming my life update up here. We're doing it. So first of all, I haven't filmed a video in okay. Let's be real. I filmed my birthday weekend that is half edited and I haven't finished and uploaded. And then I started filming a weekly vlog last week. But I felt like it'll explain itself in this video, but life has been hectic and I just felt like I just needed to stop, do one thing at a time, and then it'll flow eventually. So first of all, I thought I would talk about my skin. I will be doing a full like skin journey story that I've been meaning to upload for months, but I definitely will get it done now that things are like all set in place and I can have time for YouTube, which is really, really good. It's so hard to not spoil it without like saying things. But pretty much I'll have a lot more me time, so I'll be able to film a lot more videos and go into depth of kind of like my skin journey, my fitness journey, weight loss, like everything like that. So that's really exciting. But overall, my skin is doing really, really well. I honestly can't complain. Like if you have been here from the start and like you've seen my skin at this point, like I can't complain. I have a few breakouts here and there, sometimes stress, period related, or just because my hormones are a little bit out of whack, but that is a work in progress, and my hormones are always going to be something I feel like for me that I'm going to constantly have to work through. Obviously as women, our hormones are always changing, whether we're period or ovulating or everything like that. And then on top of that, down the track, like we have babies and they're just constantly changing. So it's always going to be a journey of learning your hormones in your body. But for now, like my main focus is like letting my skin heal and keep it as clear as possible for as long as possible, and then getting regular periods. So I've had 2 periods this year and I feel like we've started with a bang, 6 weeks apart, so a little bit late, but honestly that's amazing for me. And both I think were about like 5 days, so super happy with that. But yeah, overall my skin is doing really, really well. I am working with a naturopath, Tia, who is in the Gold Coast. She is absolutely amazing and I'm excited to start working closer with her. She's honestly amazing, and yeah, I'm really excited to see how far I can go with her in terms of like regular periods, skin, bloating, bowel movements, just like everything like that. I do have IBS, which definitely has calmed down, but yeah, I'm just really excited to see what she will do for me. Plus, I will be starting to get more regular acupuncture, which I haven't had in so long, which I'm really excited about. And then yeah, just keeping on top of facials and everything like that this year. That's my main focus, is like my health, my fitness, getting that to tip-top shape, which I'm really excited for. But that's kind of like an overall health update. In terms of like my fitness and like my weight gain and loss and everything like that, I'm at a really good point in myself at the moment. I'm really proud of how far I've come. I have lost about, I feel like when I was at my heaviest, I was too scared to weigh myself. So I feel like I got close to 80. So I reckon I've lost between 12 and 15 kilos, which is huge. Like I was at a point where I was miserable, but now I'm at a point where I'm so proud of myself. I'm so happy and I'm healthy again, not just like physically, but mentally within where I'm at with my body. So really proud of that. I've been a little bit up and down with training, just like the Christmas period, New Year's, life pretty much. So I'm really keen to get back into like really consistent training as of like February. So I'm freaking keen for that. That's gonna be really good, and like push myself to new heights with my training as well and really like mix it up. But in terms of like my body goals and fitness, I've got my goals, but like I don't really have a weight goal. Obviously, coming from like a gymnast background, like weighing yourself is very touchy, and there'll be days where I'm like, I'm not light enough, like I need to not eat, and it's just like it just cycles back to like back then when I was competing. So I have to pull myself back and just remember how far I've come and what my goals really are. Jackson has really helped me with realizing that like the weight, the number on the scales is just data. Like it doesn't say who we are, doesn't tell us what we look like it is just data, and that really, really helped me. So if that can help you, it is honestly a great piece of advice. But yeah, I don't have like a weight goal. I have a sort of physique in mind, and that's not going off anyone else, that's going off me, like just kind of like what I want to look like. But ultimately I just want to be super strong again. and just being able to like push myself more and not quitting so easily. I hate the word quitting, but as Jackson would say, I quit easily. But I think because I know how sick I got with pushing myself too far, that I am almost a little bit scared to push myself that little bit more. So I think easing into it and then like gradually pushing is the way to go, especially for me. Everything that happened the last few years, I don't want to go back to that. I've come so far, I don't want to go back. So that's just like at the back of my mind, and I know that's why sometimes I freak out and like I'll just pull back completely, and then sometimes like I'm listening to my body a bit too much and I can really go that next step. So it's a learning process, but we're definitely getting there. So that's kind of like health and fitness update. In terms of like business and working, so obviously I have, like if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know I have my Tea Talent business, which is teaching dancers and acrobats. We focus a lot on strength and conditioning and building confidence, mindset, mental health awareness. It's like my dream business. I can't wait to grow it on a much larger scale. So that's definitely a goal this year for Tea Talent. But I am, drum roll, moving to the Gold Coast this Saturday. So it's currently Monday the 24th, and I'm hoping that this video will go up tomorrow night, Tuesday the 25th, and I'll be moving on Saturday 29th, 30th. Saturday the 29th. So it's all happened really, really fast. So the backstory with this is I went to Gold Coast in November. Now, pretty much all of 2021, I manifested moving to Queensland. I love it so much. My mum just last year? I don't know. She moved there in the last 2 years. She loves it. I love the vibe. I love the people. I just feel so alive when I'm there, as weird as that might sound. But yeah, I was there in November and I went to a training session at a gym called Neighborhood. They started in a, what's it called? A shipping container in a car park, and they have freaking done an amazing job. They have built such a good community. Like I went for one session and I was so hyped. Like it just was such, like I felt like I'd been there for a year. Like everyone just clicked, everyone's pushing each other, and it was just a really, really good vibe. And I was like, oh, I could train like this every single week. So I met them, I'd spoken to them on Instagram, and I finally got to meet them and went for breakfast with them, and super lovely people. And it was just like really motivating because I was like, this is the environment you need. Like this is what I want. Anyway, I came home early from Queensland because the border changes, and it was in like within a week that Amy called me and was like, hey, like if there was a certain opportunity come up, like would you consider moving to Queensland? And I was like, look, I really have manifested it the whole year, and it's definitely like something I would consider 100%. And yeah, it was just like we kept chatting, and I was like, this opportunity just kept coming closer and closer to me, and I just kept, I don't know, it was really weird. I didn't go like, yep, I'm moving. I literally was like, oh, this has come up. Like I didn't tell anyone. It was just like Jackson and my mom and a couple of really close friends, and I was like, this opportunity has come up. It may or may not happen, but obviously like it's in the Gold Coast and I've been wanting to move there for so long. So kind of just like, yeah, maybe see what happens. Spoken to my psychologist about it, and I was working through it with her, and it was just kind of a wait and see what happens. And then I got in contact with a dance school over there who are really, really big and have a lot of amazing talent from what I've seen on their socials, and a company that I would really love to work with. And again, another opportunity came up with this dance school, and they were like, yep, we'd love to have you. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like two really amazing opportunities in the Gold Coast. Like, did I manifest this? Yes, I did. I kept kind of just saying, we'll see what happens, we'll see what happens. And it got to like 2 weeks ago, and they were both like, yep, if you're up, we're up. And I was like, so I literally just have to say yes and roll with it. And this does mean that Jackson and I will be doing long distance. And I don't know, it's going to be hard, and obviously we'll miss each other. But I think if we were to do it, this is the year, because he's really focusing on football and getting drafted again. And it gives us a chance to really focus on our business, our health, and go all out, and not have like each other distracting each other of like, oh, we like need to do date night, we need to do this, we need to do that. And obviously we work from home, so we're always together, and sometimes we don't get the work done that we could. So I think that this year is a really good opportunity for us to grow individually and both as a couple, and it's honestly, I feel like it's just going to make us stronger. I do plan to come back to Adelaide once a month or like every 6 weeks, obviously to see Jackson and his family and my friends, and also to coach my Tea Talent tribe, because I'll miss them so much, and they're already giving me grief for leaving. But I'm only like like a 2-hour flight away. I will be coming back, and I think it's going to be a really good opportunity, and just I feel like I'm going to grow a lot. Like I'm going to be living on my own. I don't know, I've lived alone once when I moved to Hobart and kind of in Melbourne for like a few months, but I love my own company. I just feel like I'll be able to push myself with socials because I get a lot of self-doubt when it comes to filming in, like, even in front of Jackson. He's downstairs in the garage right now and I'm like, can he hear me? Like, it's really, really bad. So I feel like if I have this certain period of time to be able to get confident with my socials, filming YouTube and like anything on Instagram and stuff like that, I feel like I will grow a lot more and it will allow me to go further. So I think that's a really good opportunity as well. And obviously we'll FaceTime and we will create date nights over FaceTime, but I'm really grateful that we are in the position that we are in, and we are a 2-hour flight away, so we can come and see each other. So I know it will be fine. It'll just be weird. Like I've pretty much moved to Adelaide and we moved in together straight away and we work from home. So we're always together. So this will be a little bit strange, but yeah, like I said, I feel like we'll grow a lot individually and both together as a couple. So we get called the power couple a lot. So I feel like we're able to really take that to the next level, and it's kind of going to set us up for what we want in the future. So I'm really, really excited. I'm super grateful for this opportunity, and I'm excited to take you guys along with me. And yeah, I'm just going to share everything because that's what my social is about. And I had a moment the other day where I was like, what am I even doing? Like, what's my niche? Like, I just had this moment of like, do I even provide value? But I kind of sat down and wrote a few things that I am really open about on my socials, and I know that really helps other people. So I want to stick to that whilst going further into that. And I think with YouTube as well, it's going to help me go more in detail. And then with potentially a podcast on the scene, maybe, it's definitely a goal of mine, something that I'd like to have up within the next year. So it's on the list, and maybe going to Queensland just might bring this to life. So we'll see what happens, but yeah, I'm really, really, really excited. I've been packing, and it's good because like Jackson's staying in this house and I don't have to pack up everything. I'm taking 2 suitcases of clothes because I'm moving into a furnished house for a few months, which is perfect. So I just need to take clothes, and obviously I can come back and forth. I'm probably going to send like 2 boxes of stuff over with like all my office stuff that I'm going to need and like my books and that kind of thing. And then I'm kind of cleaning the house and clearing things out so it's not in Jackson's way. But yeah, so that's my crazy update. Like, I know a few of you guessed it. I put a question box on Instagram and they were like, oh, are you moving to Queensland? Are you moving to Gold Coast? Are you staying in Adelaide, or are you going to Queensland? And I was like, I mean, I know I say I love Queensland, but how do you know? So yeah, it's really, really happening. Also, I'll be closer to my mum, which will be nice. Yeah, that's the work update. I'll be living in Queensland. I'll be working pretty full on. Keep an eye on socials because the gym neighborhood that I'll be working with are doing unbelievable things. And if you're in Queensland, you need to get down to the gym. The gym will be hopefully opening around March. So keep your eyes peeled on socials because trust me, you will not want to miss a workout. In this environment, it's going to be epic. But I feel like I don't even know what else I have to update on. I don't know, it's just the vibe up there that I'm really excited about, and I think the people that I'll be around are just going to be super inspiring and motivating and help me kind of take the next level in my life almost, and like that next level of growth. So super keen. I have a list of things that I want to try and like do. I want to set up a really good routine up there. First of all, I need to get my hair done. But yeah, just things like acupuncture, my naturopath, they're both up there. Get into a really good routine of doing recovery. I want to get regular Pilates and yoga, like training obviously. More gymnastics training, which I'm really, really excited about. And there's just so much more opportunity up there within socials and everything like that as well. So, oh, I'm so keen. And I'm like, I had my first cry the other day because I was like, I'm going to miss Jackson so much. But I know it's going to be really good for us. Another thing I just wanted to touch on is like goal setting for the year. Like, I know January is already over, or almost over anyway, but I did do a lot of goal setting this year, and I kind of did I got like a big visual like arts diary, like where it's just like plain paper, and I just created like a really fun, colorful like visual board, and I wanted to write down a lot. And it's like, even Jackson was like, that's a lot of goals, and I was like, yeah, but they're not huge goals. And I think that's where I am really wanting to focus on this year, especially with like COVID has shown us how quick things can change and how much they can change without our control. So this year I think I really wanted to focus on doing smaller goals, a smaller time frame. So like, because I work off a school term pretty much when I'm teaching dance, I have done like term 1 goals, and then towards the end I will then do my term 2 goals. And I don't want to go, like, I have my really big goals of like my future and career and family and that kind of stuff, but in terms of just like year to yearly goals, I really want to focus on where I'm at, be in the present, and then set my small goals along the way. And so far I'm really loving it, and I think it just gives me time to like assess where I'm at and then move forward, so without rushing things, because I'm really good at rushing things. So yeah, that's what I've kind of done this year. So I encourage you to try it and see how you like it. Some people are really good on big goals, but yeah, I think this year I wanted to focus on term by term and just see where the year takes me and take every opportunity that I can, because like, if you know me, I don't know, it can be a bad thing, but I've seen it as a really good thing. But if I don't like something, I will not do it. And school, I hated school, and it just got to a point where I was like, I'm not gonna go anymore. And after like my surgery, after my second shoulder surgery, I pretty much missed like year 10 exam revision. I missed everything, and I was like, I'm not doing exams, like there's nothing that I remember. And then I pretty much didn't go back, because I was like, personally, I don't think school is for everyone. And I think that if you kind of know your path and you know how you can get there, go for it. Like, I knew I wanted to be a coach. I knew I wanted to help people with their fitness, and I love acro, so I know I wanted to do that, and school was not going to get me there. I think leaving school and putting everything into my like training and competitive career was the best thing for me. I learned so much more, and I'm so grateful for that. And then just even like, if I had a job and I didn't like it, I would literally up and leave. And look, in hindsight, it probably wasn't the best, because I might not have been in the best financial position, but I'm really grateful to have had really supportive parents. If I didn't like something, I couldn't do it. If my soul wasn't happy, or I didn't feel like I was filling up my cup, or it was purposeful to me, I wouldn't do it. I couldn't stand doing it. I would feel tired and drained. And even now, I'm done a lot with my psychologist as well. But if I really don't like something, it's not something that I'm going to stick around and do. So I think sometimes maybe it can be a bad thing, but I do look at it as a positive. And I think it's gotten me to where I am now, because I strive to make sure that I'm happy. So obviously you need to look at the position you're in, and if you can afford to do it, I highly recommend. But it's just something that like, I'll always follow my heart, and I'll always follow what my soul's purpose is. And it's definitely led me to where I'm going, and that is to Gold Coast with 2 incredible opportunities. So I just wanted to touch on that, because I think it's super important, and it's something that I don't know how, or like, I don't even know. I think maybe it just comes from my mum. Like, she's such a go-getter, and I think that it's reflected back on me. Like, if I want something, I'll go and get it. I think last year and like the last couple of years had really shown me that. So I'm ready for 2022. 2020, I feel like it broke me, but Jackson came into my life. I moved to Adelaide. 2021, I rebuilt, and I got myself back on track physically, mentally, and emotionally. I have a beautiful, supportive partner, and 2022 is going to be epic. So let's get ready. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed my little life update. If you haven't already, click subscribe, turn on your post notifications, because it's going to get happening. It's going to get real up in here. We're going to get serious. I just can't wait to see what 2022 has in store. So thanks for watching, guys.